It's track and field's most grueling event, the decathlon. 10 different competitions over 2 days, combining speed, strength, agility, and endurance.
They say that you don't choose the decathlon, that the decathlon chooses you.
Mike Morrison, then, is among the chosen few. The 2011 NCAA national champion and Olympic hopeful ranks among the best decathletes who navigate the rigors of its cross-training.
It's just like you're building layer on top of layer on top of layer. People look at the decathlon as 10 individual events. As you go through it, you realize there's this technique of managing the decathlon as a whole. You're gonna have good events, you're gonna have bad events. How do you manage yourself throughout the 2 days of competition?
What Mike has managed to do is excel in the pole vault, the decathlon's toughest event.
It's something that a lot of people are intimidated to do, and it's hard to go at alone. A lot of times the missing link is that technical expertise.
What's the one thing that either allows you to succeed or fail?
You just have to be all in. You have to totally and completely commit to the jump. And if you don't, the pole's just gonna spit you right back out.
Provoking common reluctance and fear, reminding competitors of the event's danger.
Was it about a year and a half ago? I had taken a jump up and didn't quite make it in the pit, so I fell back onto the runway and broke a rib and was taken to the hospital to finish out my season. That was after I had gained my confidence back.
When was the last time that you were afraid to jump?
I guess it's something that I still struggle with from time to time. You know, as you start jumping higher, you have to go up to bigger poles. You start questioning your grip. So I think there's always a small element to it.
While at the University of California, Mike finished runner-up in the decathlon at the 2010 Nationals and tore a ligament in his elbow. Then, during his final season the following year, Mike broke 6 personal bests to earn the national title.
It was an incredible feeling. It was like everything I'd worked for felt like validated. Winning that NCAA championship felt like that was that one defining moment in my life.
With both the USA and World Championships waiting, Mike's momentum hit a wall.
How fast things could change. I felt like I was on top of the world, and not even 10 days later, I'm having to pull out of a competition due to injury, to be left wondering, did I just miss my shot? You know, but I thought with the Olympic year coming up, I had a chance to redeem myself.
But lingering injuries and surgeries followed. The 2012 Olympic opportunity never came. Mike moved to Germany to train and regain his confidence. Restless and unhappy, he returned to the U.S. and reunited with his high school coach, Rich Fulford.
Confidence-wise, he just was not there. He needed stability. When we started seeing that he was asking some questions, we could see that he was wanting more.
I'll never forget, give me a Bible, suggested the book of Ecclesiastes, you know, where fulfillment can and can't come from. Something was just missing.
Mike started attending church, where a friend helped him process the void in his life.
And she told me that, you know, her relationships were based on Christ and mine was based on my pursuit of this Olympic dream. It's taken away from you and you're left feeling empty.
He was national champion. He'd achieved his biggest dream, and he was saying he still felt so unfulfilled.
It really resonated. I've gone to church before, but I've never heard it like this before. And it was eye-opening.
Chelsea, his wife, actually brought him in front of the Lord, and he asked Jesus into his heart.
Mike and Chelsea live in Knoxville. Healthy and focused, Mike is training for the decathlon at next summer's Olympic Games in Rio de Janeiro. He now draws strength and parallels from his belief.
Just the perseverance of it all, event after event, highs, lows. You know, when Paul talks about I've finished the race, I've fought the good fight, I'm gonna persevere in my spiritual walk as well.
I wouldn't bet against Michael because he's not doing this for glory. Michael's doing it because he's very driven. You have 10 events, and some are not going to go as well as you would hope, but you have to be able to leave that behind and believe that I'm going to make that up in the next event. The one thing that makes them successful is faith.
This whole journey has been so encouraging to me. It's given me like a second hope at this. It's kind of renewed my sense of let's go out there and do this. I know what it takes to get there. I'm gonna do everything I can. Lord, if it's your will, you know, let it be.
Do you picture what it's going to be like when you're there, what you might be thinking?
You just feel like the ultimate worship to God our Father, like offering ourselves up as a living sacrifice. That's our true and proper worship to Him. I think I would be so overwhelmed just with thankfulness that I'm sure I'd break down in tears.